Good afternoon, everybody. I'm here today to present an award to probably would be my most favorite person on the planet, my wife. This is going to be her Phenix Award. I did actually get missed at the top producer banquet, but that's okay because she gets to be singled out here today by herself. So, a little bit about Stacey. She graduated UWG in '09 with a realtor, a degree in real estate. And we all know at that time, nobody wanted to get into real estate, let's just be honest. So she avenued into some property management, and then we ended up working together here at the Orange Store for several years. And in 2013, she had taken her coursework to get her license. She did that, and at the time, I had started a new job, and I'll never forget, she called me, and I was like, oh no, I don't need to answer this, but I do need to answer this, because I knew she was taking her test. And when I answered the phone, she was ecstatic. She had passed her test. And recently after that, she began her career at Duffy Realty in 2013. She started about this time. It was in May. Only worked 6 months. She was still able to sell $500,000 and be Rookie of the Year for her first year in real estate. Fast forward to the next year, 2014. We all know that home prices, the median price point was low. So it was much harder to obtain a top producer, especially as a new agent. 2014, she said that was no problem, and she did that. Within that year, she also had our first child, too. So there was a lot going on in 2014, new jobs, new baby, but she was persistent and accomplished her goals. 2015, she moved over to Century 21 when that brokerage finally got their feet on the ground. She was involved with the local board, made it to the state level, several years of involvement with the local and the state board. She got real busy. 2015 convinced me to get my license, hence when the Wylie team began. And since then, at Century 21, I mean, she's won almost every award there is to win. She became licensed in Alabama, started, selling in Alabama, doing really well. And I think we can all remember when social media kind of became a thing 8 or 10 years ago. And I can remember when I started working with her, she sat me down and she's like, you got to figure out Facebook business page. You got to do us a business page, and that's going to be your job. She's like, the Atlanta markets, Chicago, all these other places, social media was so huge, and there really wasn't much of a presence here. So I can honestly say that she was one of the pioneers for what we all see on our news feeds today on Facebook and Instagram. And I think we all know we probably sell as much on Facebook as we do with the other MLS avenues. Over the years, she's just continued to be a hard worker. She don't give up. Probably once a month, she gets a call from a client that's represented by another realtor, and they'll say, we've been through 2 or 3 realtors. They can't sell our house. Do you want to sell it? 95% of the time, she gets it sold. I mean, she doesn't give up. She's always a motivation for me. She mentors. She has mentored so many agents in our office, mentored myself. But one of the things that impresses me the most about her is the amount of agents at different brokerages that continue to call her and send her messages asking for advice on their contracts, on the clients they're dealing with, on their offers. And to me, when somebody calls you and asks you for advice, I don't think there's any greater compliment that one can receive. So I'm very proud of her for that. But she's amazing wife to me, incredible mother to our kids. She's a life of the party where she goes, and I just couldn't be more proud of her. But I want to take a few steps back and go back to 2013. Talk about when she started at Duffy Realty, because we all know when we start a new job, whether you're a realtor, loan officer, whatever it may be, you don't just come into this field and know what to do. We know that test we have to take is somewhat doesn't get you prepared for it, to say the least. So she started at Duffy Realty, and she instantly took to Dale Johnson. And Dale was so good to her, let her sit in his office, talk to her about contracts, let her listen to phone calls, took her to listing appointments. She also helped him with some paperwork and things along the way, and she would tell me, she's like, I'm not making no money, she said, but I'm gonna learn everything I can from Dale. So at this time, I would like to ask Dale Johnson, there he is, to come up here and say a few words.
Thank you, Dale. Thank you Stacey, it gives me great pleasure to be able to do this. I'm just so impressed, seeing you progress over these years, and you just embrace the new things that come our way. Real estate's so different now than what it was in 2015, 13, and going forward, and you have just done a tremendous job. You've earned the trust of people and the community. You've been a great mentor for so many people, even Dylan, and you've done a great job. So it gives me great pleasure to present you this Phenix Award, and I can't wait to see you obtain another.